everyone, I'm Gabriela Fresquez and this is Long Beach Connect, the show that connects you to all of the great news and events that are happening in our city. So, let's get connected. Long Beach is reshaping itself every day. Our first story is about a historic building that served its community well in its previous life, but now has been transformed into a sanctuary of a different kind. Check it out.
Over 40,000 senior citizens live in Long Beach. Their numbers increase every year, and so does their need for affordable housing. To meet the challenge, the city, in partnership with area developers, celebrated the grand opening of Immanuel Place, a former church taking on a new life as low-income senior housing.
I remember being here before this incredible reuse, and it was beautiful then. And it was a beautiful space that people came and gathered to worship and to support the community and to improve their lives. And it's amazing that even with all of this transformation, it still has that same mission.
This senior housing community is located at 3215 East 3rd Street. The three-story development provides affordable housing for 24 low-income seniors, plus 1 unit for an on-site manager. Residents have access to amenities including a community room and library, fitness center, and laundry facilities. Education and health programs are also available at little or no cost.
It's really important because we have a large, diverse senior population in our community, and it's important that everybody has a safe place to live and to thrive.
I love it. I absolutely adore it. This place is just awesome.
Thomas Safran and Associates, along with Clifford Beers Housing Incorporated, led this adaptive reuse project. The former Immanuel Church, which was built in 1922, was transformed into a new affordable housing development that preserves this historic and culturally significant building.
You know, we face a legitimate housing crisis in the county of Los Angeles, and so people need to look at creative ways of providing housing to communities. Across the country, I think you're starting to see things like an adaptive reuse of a church, or an adaptive reuse of a school, or a post office.
Where we saved all the character-defining features of the exterior, so it still tells the evolution of our architecture, not only in the city, but in our community here.
Funding for this $13 million project came from the Long Beach Community Investment Company, along with state and federal loans, grants, and tax credits. To learn more about affordable housing and assistance programs in Long Beach, visit lbds.info and click on Housing and Community Improvement.
Immanuel Place is a great model for how our city is reusing and reimagining our historic building stock. Later in the show, we'll visit another old building that's taken on a new purpose. But first, let's take a look at how Long Beach Parks is developing close to 6 acres of newly opened land.
North Long Beach is celebrating the grand opening of a new walking path at Ed Pops Davenport Park. This is the second phase of a long-term plan that will bring much-needed open space to this heavily residential neighborhood.
The first section of the park actually opened in 2006, and obviously it's used by the community, but we're excited about the future of the park, and that's really, I think, what we're all focused on, is what's going to happen next.
The first step towards that future is the new 2,200-foot walking path. Made from decomposed granite, the walking path connects to a path that's already in place, creating a walking loop 2/3 of a mile long. The addition extends the park all the way out to Paramount Boulevard, creating an entirely new view from the street.
This property was industrial property that redevelopment bought to extend the park in this neighborhood. At the end of the day, it's going to be a total of 11 acres in a park-deficient area, so it's very important for healthy, active outdoor activities, as well as future soccer fields, skate park, and fitness stations.
A series of community meetings help decide which features will eventually go into Davenport Park, but residents are excited by the progress so far.
Necesitamos más lugares como este. Sí, estamos muy felices, porque este es un lugar para toda la familia.
I wanted to come out here to see like what the community has built for us. Like it's great that me as a child, like we can run and play here at like the parks and have lots of fun with our family, dogs, pets, you know. Yeah, it's really great. It's really big and it looks beautiful.
The project cost was $238,000, with money coming from the Public Works Proposition A and the General Capital Project funds. This is an investment in park space and community health that will enrich Long Beach for years to come.
There are a few thousand children within this walking distance of this park, several thousand families, seniors. This park will go a long way to provide opportunity and green space for a population that needs it.
So lace up your walking shoes and check out the new walking path at Ed Pops Davenport Park, located at 2910 East 55th Way. For more information about Long Beach Parks, Recreation, and Marine, visit them online at www.lbparks.org.
There are projects like this happening all over the city. Take a look at this next clip to find out just how easy it is to stay up to date on city business.
Many unique neighborhoods, one great city. This is our Long Beach. Get engaged with your city government by viewing City Council anytime online. Head over to LBTV3.com and by clicking on the City Council thumbnail, you can choose to watch the latest meeting or go back to view past meetings in the archives. LBTV3.com connects you to Long Beach.
Some say it all started with Mrs. O'Leary's cow. On October 8, 1871, the city of Chicago went up in flames. The city burned for 3 days. Nearly 300 people lost their lives, and another 100,000 people were left homeless. The Great Chicago Fire is history now, but the memories and lessons learned live on in the form of Fire Prevention Week. Here in Long Beach, our fire department observed the week with a series of events that all led up to an open house at Fire Station 12. And did I mention the ghost? Check out this next story for a spectacular look at the history of Fire Station 12.
In 2013, the newest fire station in Long Beach was opened by Fire Chief Mike Dury. And while this was a memorable day for everyone who attended the event, for Chief Dury, that day had even more significance.
In 1938, my great-grandfather, Alan, was the fire chief of the Long Beach Fire Department, and he was able to open the original station. And then a few years ago, me, as a new fire chief, I was able to open this beautiful facility up here on the corner of Orange and Artesia. So both Fire Station 12s in the city of Long Beach have been opened by Chief Dury.
Station 12 on Gundry Avenue was originally built in 1929, but due to the Depression, the city did not have enough funds to staff the station, so it was left vacant for a while. In 1933, after the earthquake, it was used as a sewing center by the Reconstruction Finance Corporation and then by the State Emergency Relief Administration.
The old station was perfect in 1938, but then the neighborhood really grew up around it, and it wasn't built to house the tools, equipment, or people that we currently have as Long Beach firefighters.
North Long Beach, like most of Southern California, began as an agricultural community, but by the 1940s had become home to a growing working class, comprised mainly of truck drivers, shipyard employees, and factory workers. Those were the days when McDonnell Douglas, the Navy Shipyard, the Ford Factory, and Star-Kissed Tuna were all expanding.
This area really came together under the war effort. There were all kinds of really booming things. This place was all about farming, about war, and that's the sort of what the kids remember, running wild through that environment.
Every last Friday of the month, the siren, the huge siren that was in the tower at this station and all the stations in Long Beach would go off at 10 o'clock as a practice to let people know if there was an emergency, this siren would go off.
As the decades passed, this quaint Spanish colonial became known as the Ghost House. According to the legend, a veteran firefighter that lived down the street from the station would care for the station and crew in his retirement. When John Makehamson passed, some firefighters believed that his spirit continued to keep watch over the station and let them know he was still there.
It's a great story, and our logo, in fact the logo for Station 12, incorporates that ghost. So if anybody's curious why there's a ghost on the side of the engine, that's to represent that urban legend from the old station that's carried over to this one.
By 2009, with North Long Beach now being home to nearly 95,000 people, the cozy residential station had become too small and old to serve the needs of the community.
Back at the old station, it was extremely tight quarters. We parked underneath a tent outside in the parking lot.
So it was great for us to get out on this main corridor.
I would say the response times have changed and that they're actually much better now.
While Station 12 on Artesia Boulevard has now been serving the community for several years, the old station is also still an integral part of the community.
So they've started a North Long Beach Victory Garden in the back. That food is destined to go to Grant Elementary and serve local kids. We have the crop swap out front.
Mainly, it just needs to be group use. Now, during the summer, the YMCA had classes here, and so there were young people here every day.
This has become a really cool neighborhood hub, and we're really excited about it.
This last year, thanks to the voters in Long Beach and the leadership from the mayor and the city council, Measure A was passed, and some of those Measure A dollars came right here to North Long Beach with the restoration of Rescue 12. So that's the highest level of medical care you can get in the fire service, and it's right here in North Long Beach.
Switching gears slightly, are you in the market for a great deal on a used vehicle? Now, I can't guarantee you'll find anything as sweet as the fire engines we saw in the last story, but twice a month, the city auctions off trucks, cars, motorcycles, and bikes. So, if you're looking for some new wheels, this next story has all the details.
Everybody loves a great deal on a used vehicle, and the City of Long Beach Lien Sales Auction has some of the best bargains in town. Even better, attendance, viewing, and bidding participation is free. Go online to longbeach.gov and search auctions. Here, you'll find the complete listing of vehicles and bicycles for sale this week, many of them with photos. Then, every other Tuesday, come out to the auction, held at 3111 East Willow Street, between Temple Avenue and Redondo Avenue. Gates open at 8 a.m., giving you time to inspect the vehicles in person before the auction starts at 9:50. So remember, if you're in the market for a bike, car, or truck at the right price, your first stop is the City of Long Beach Lien Sales Auction webpage, online at longbeach.gov.
Here in Long Beach, we celebrate the arts year-round. From arts education in our schools to public art that enriches our communities, Long Beach is an arts destination. In this next story, we're going to meet just a few of the people that are making that happen.
October is Arts Month in Long Beach. One of the crowning jewels of this citywide celebration is the annual State of the Arts ceremony.
I don't think there's anywhere, any type of organization or gathering of folks that really represents the diversity and beauty of the city than when you bring together artists and people that love and support the arts.
The event was hosted by the Arts Council for Long Beach in partnership with the Office of Mayor Robert Garcia. The State of the Arts united city leaders, local residents, and the arts community for a night of appreciation.
So this past year, we celebrated our 40th anniversary, and so we had the Cambodia Town Mural Project. We had a great IM design program at 2 schools in Long Beach Unified. We did more open conversations than ever and connected residents and artists with civic leaders. So this new fiscal year, we have Percent for Arts, which was voted on by City Council and supported by the mayor last December. And so we're really excited to see what the future holds for us, what it holds for Long Beach Arts with this new support and funding. And we're working with the city manager more closely to make it more accessible and really support our arts organizations.
Inside the historic Packard Motors building on Anaheim, the Arts Council recognized local arts excellence by honoring residents who made an impact in the arts and culture of Long Beach.
It's important to recognize the supporters of the arts and our artists because we want Long Beach residents and people to know Long Beach is a destination. We support our artists. We like to not only have our artists create art around the city, we want them to be employed and thrive as artists in the very city that they may live in, they work in, that they play in. It's just adding color to our beautiful streets and our city just creates that environment that we want to live in.
being honored and acknowledged today, you know, makes me feel very special and proud, you know, especially for the city of Long Beach and for the Arts Council. You know, I kind of feel like they're going through a renaissance right now, and almost like just this burst of energy. And it's going hand in hand with the growth of the city, and also with the Arts Council, you know, kind of just being so everywhere now.
Arts education, it's infusing all of the arts and giving students an opportunity to experience something they may have never experienced before, to bring their creativity to the surface, to find their soul, whether it be in music, art, dance, literature, whatever they're really, really focusing on, to find their creativity within themselves.
Find out what's happening in the arts community in Long Beach and how you can get involved at artslb.org.
There are always great things happening all over our city. While this show, Long Beach Connects, is one way to stay informed, there are also many, many more. You can connect with the City of Long Beach over social media on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Flickr. You can also stay connected by heading directly to the city's website at longbeach.gov. And don't forget to check out LBTV, your award-winning local news and information station, on Spectrum Cable Channel 3, Frontier Fios Channel 21, AT&T UVerse Channel 99, and online at lbtv3.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with more ways to keep you connected to Long Beach. I'm Gabriela Fresquez. I'll see you next time.